Two prostitutes were riding around town with a sign on top of their car which said, "Two prostitutes, $50. A policeman, seeing the sign, stopped them and told them they'd either have to remove the sign or go to jail. Just at that time, another car passed with a sign saying, "Jesus saves." One of the girls asked the officer, "How come you don't stop them?" "Well, that's a little different," the officer smiled. "Their sign pertains to religion." So the two ladies of the night frowned as they took their sign down and drove off. The following day found the same police officer in the area when he noticed the two ladies driving around with a large sign on their car again. Figuring he had an easy arrest, he began to catch up with them when he noticed the new sign which now read, "Two fallen angels seeking Peter, $50. A professor, a CEO, and a janitor are in a forest when they discover a magic fairy. The fairy says, "I will give you what you most desire if you do someone else's job for a day." The professor says, "I'll be an elementary school teacher. What can be so hard about teaching a bunch of 6-year-olds how to read?" So he is teleported into a classroom. After a few minutes, all the kids screaming gets to his nerves, so he throws all his supplies and gives up. The mister says, "I'll be a waiter. All you do is carry food back and forth. This'll be a breeze." So he is teleported to a restaurant. After about an hour, all the annoying customers drive him insane, so he smashes his plates on the ground and gives up. The janitor says, "I'll be an artist," so he is transported to an art facility. He glues all the classroom supplies and shattered plates to a canvas, then sells it for $1 billion. The fairy asks the janitor how he was so clever. The janitor says, "I got a master's degree in art." 3 old men are reminiscing in a nursing home. They start complaining about their biggest regrets on getting old. The first old man said, "I'd give anything to take a good pee like I did when I was young. Every morning I get up, it takes me 5 minutes to take a pee, and then it's only a small dribble." The second old man said, "I'd give anything to take a good dump like I did when I was young. Every morning I sit on the throne and strain until I can finally get a little something out." The third old man said, "Well, every morning at 5 a.m. I take me a really long pee. Then at 6 a.m. on the dot, I drop a really big log." The other 2 old men look at him and say, "So what the heck are you complaining about?" The third old man says, "I don't wake up until 7. A blonde girl is crossing the road when she gets hit by a car. As she is lying on the ground, the driver rushes out of the car to see if she's all right. "I'm so sorry, I just didn't see you." "Are you okay?" he blurts out. "Everything is just a blur, I can't see a thing," she says tearfully. Concerned, the man leans over the woman to test her eyesight. He asks, "How many fingers have I got up?" "Oh no," she screams. "Don't tell me I'm paralyzed from the waist down too." A man is loading his kids into the car, 5 squeezed in the back and 2 in the front. As he gets in himself, he's heard to mutter, "Wow, I almost screwed myself out of a seat." An old golfer was playing golf with his mister, and for the fun of it, they decided to play match play with the loser buying the other a beer. Even though the old golfer was much older than his young mister, he was beating him bad, and by the 14th hole, the old golfer won the match. "I don't know what it is," said the Reverend. "I haven't played this well in years." The mister, who was an accomplished golfer himself, was not happy he lost the match so quickly to a much older golfer. The old golfer saw how disappointed the mister was and felt sorry for him and tried to cheer him up. "A young man like you are going to win many matches as the years go by. Just think, one day you'll be giving the services at my funeral." The mister tried to smile and said, "Yeah, that may happen, but it will still be your hole." A man had just bought a computer, but he didn't know how to set it up, so he got this girl to do it for him. When she asked him what his password was going to be, he said, trying to be funny, "Password rejected, not long enough." A teacher told her young class to ask their parents for a family story with a moral at the end of it, and to return the next day to tell their stories. In the classroom the next day, Joe gave his example first. "My dad is a farmer and we have chickens. One day we were taking lots of eggs to the market in a basket on the front seat of the truck when we hit a big bump in the road. The basket fell off the seat and all the eggs broke. The moral of the story is not to put all your eggs in one basket." "Very good," said the teacher. Next, Mary said, "We are farmers too. We had 20 eggs waiting to hatch, but when they did, we only got 10 chicks. The moral of this story is not to count your chickens before they're hatched." "Very good," said the teacher again. Very pleased with the response so far. Next, it was little Johnny's turn to tell his story. "My dad told me this story about my Aunt Karen. Aunt Karen was a flight engineer in the war, and her plane got hit. She had to bail out over enemy territory, and all she had was a bottle of whiskey, a machine gun, and a machete." "Go on," said the teacher, intrigued. Aunt Karen drank the whiskey on the way down to prepare herself. Then she landed right in the middle of 100 enemy soldiers. She dropped 70 of them with the machine gun until she ran out of bullets. Then she nailed 20 more with the machete until the blade broke, and then she dispatched the last 10 with her bare hands. "Good heavens," stammered the horrified teacher. "What did your father say was the moral of that frightening story?" Little Johnny replied, "Don't mess with Aunt Karen when she's been drinking." Joe comes home early from golf. His wife is surprised. "Why are you home?" "What happened?" "Pete and I aren't playing golf together anymore." "But you've played together for years?" I know, Joe said. "Why?" "Well, would you play with someone who cheats, has a foul mouth, throws clubs, makes a lot of noise just as you're about to make a shot, and doesn't pay the wager when he loses?" "No way." "That's terrible." "Well, neither will Pete." A woman asked her husband if he'd like some breakfast, bacon and eggs, perhaps a slice of toast, maybe a nice sliced grapefruit and a cup of fresh coffee. He declines. "It's this Viagra," he says. "It's really taken the edge off my appetite." At lunchtime, she asks if he would like something, maybe a bowl of homemade soup with a cheese sandwich, or how about a plate of snacks and a glass of milk? Again, he declines. "No thanks." "It's this Viagra," he says. "It's really taken the edge off my appetite." At dinner time, she asks if he wants anything to eat, offering to send out for some curry, or would he rather she make him a pizza from scratch? Or how about a tasty stir-fry that'll only take a couple of minutes? Once more, he declines. "Thanks, but it's this Viagra? It's really taken the edge off my appetite." "Well then," she says, "would you mind getting off of me? I'm fucking starving."